This game feature may seem minor, but makes a massive difference. This is a roguelike I'm working on, and there's currently a huge problem with it. The game is supposed to be combo-based, where you attack enemies with various moves so that they can't fight back, but there's still a problem. See, every attack causes the enemy to be knocked back, and some attacks send the enemies quite far. So far, in fact, that they can go off-screen. The up air attack in particular has a tendency to send the mobs so high that you can't see them anymore. Now, in most games, this wouldn't be an issue, but remember, this game is supposed to be about using combos, so not being able to see the enemy when you just hit them is actually a pretty big problem. So I added a feature that seems minor at first, but you'll see why it's important. I call it the combat cam. Whenever the player hits an enemy, the camera shifts a bit to try to keep both the player and the mob in the view. Instead of focusing on just the player, the camera puts its focus at the average position of both the player and the enemy, but weighted a bit more towards the player. The difference here is obvious. Without the special camera, the mob flies off the top of the screen, but with the special camera mode, both the player and the enemy stay in the view. If the player doesn't hit the enemy for more than 3 seconds, or if the player gets too far away from the target, the combat cam deactivates and moves back to focusing on just the player. There are still quite a few issues I have to address, like what to do if multiple enemies are on screen, but I think this is a good start, because after all,